All right, what's up, you guys? Today we had an excellent day. We traded 8 times, 8 winners, 100%. Beautiful. And with all that, also a nice size green day, which always welcome, right? So today we expected to go higher, right? That would be the great assumption, right? Yesterday we broke out of our long-standing level, the 415. We had it above it by end of the day. Also pre-market we run higher, but also right before the open we have a very strong pullback. But as we opened right away, we started to consolidate right around VWAP, and as we broke VWAP, it's basically it's just a runaway train until we hit our next resistance level 418, right? Is It's right there. If we go back on the chart, we can see it. We cannot just ignore it, right? So we had to be out of it definitely, because we just have to think, at one point it just have to stop and pull back, and exactly that's what happened. 418, it was a very nasty rejection. It's about a 3-point rejection, 2.5. Right now the market is recovering, but if you in it and you just hope it's going non-stop, then your account has a rude awakening if you don't use proper stop losses, right? All right, so let's get in. Let's break down our trades, and let's just get in. Now, really, the market is running away. Is nice to see to find our direction, and hopefully once we break out above the 420 level, this will continue, and then it's gonna give us a little bit easier trading during the days. So whatever breakdown we have, whatever breakout we have, is gonna actually follow through. Not like when we're trading in the channel, it's so difficult to time it right. In this case, when the market's gonna have a direction, hopefully this one is gonna be a sustained direction to the upside. It's gonna be easier to trade a little bit. It's not like we just can do whatever we want, but usually that's the case. So let's just break down the trades. I try to make it a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. Still, my throat is not that good. So let's just get into it. So yesterday we broke out of our 415 long-standing channel, and we held it above by end of the day. In the pre-market we run higher, but we have a pullback. Is not a significant pullback. By number wise, it's a 1.5, 2 point. Yes, it's a bigger one, but we still kept it by the close range to the finish of the yesterday close, right? So as we opened, right away we consolidated right around VWAP, in this case a little bit below. So my first trade entry was, I had to wait to find a direction. What will happen if we're gonna continue a downward and a rejection from the yesterday high, or we're just gonna run higher and continue. So basically what happened, as we broke out with high volume of VWAP, basically I waited for a little bit of pullback, and my entry Let's just see, where was my first entry? Today is the 18th. So the first entry was 10.09. Yep. So the 10.09 is after the breakdown. We have a little pullback. First candle basically make a new high. That was my entry, and the exit, it was a very quick one because we put up a huge candle and reach our next level. So it was 11. As we broke our level and make a new high, that's where I exited. So this trade is about a 10% trade, which was a very nice one. Right after we pulled back to the original breakout level, and I didn't enter into this one. I missed the entry, and then basically from this point on, it was just a runaway train, and I needed to see something significant pullback. This one candle, little pullbacks, I didn't trust it, and you know, later on the day, it was justification why I wasn't trusting it. Is you know, I had the suspicion these things gonna happen, big pullback. These pullbacks is more than 50%, 50-60%, if not more, if you're not careful. So this is a significant pullback. That's a huge drop. That's another drop. Then we consolidated again, another drop. So that was the reason why I wasn't trusting so much of the very little pullbacks. I needed to see something bigger. So my next entry, it was 11:23. Let's see, 11. So we made the new high. We pulled back, and 23. Even after the big pullback, I got very close to be stopped out. My entry as the first candle make a new high after the pullback, and right away we had a huge drop. We didn't reach my level. It was very close, but we did recover, and as we went higher, I exited. Actually, it was two exit, 11:38 and 47. So 38, as we broke out from our resistance, I exited one, a part of it, and then as it pulled back, again, we never broke below our level, and the next is 47. Huge candle, and as we went higher, 46, 47, exited out of it. So as we went up gradually, 1, 2, 3, I made 3 exits as we came up, in basically in the big candle and in the top, and as we came up, this was my final exit. And right, as we made a new high right here, we get into 418, couple cents over, and a huge drop with an extremely high volume. These three candles, at the moment of the breakdown, we traded about 30 million shares throughout the whole day. These 3 candles, it was over 2 million. So these 3 candles combined was almost 10% of the whole morning volume. So it was a significant high volume drop. So when I see this, then I was just thinking, we gotta be very, very careful from this point on, because it's a serious consideration in this market to push it down. So basically, from this point on, my next two entries was puts, and in these areas the consolidation started. So the next entry was at 37, and that's why it was very, very difficult. As we broke below, right away we started to chop around, and my exit was at 43. And these entries, exits, in and out. So is no partial exits. One in, one out. Actually, the contract sizes is 5 in, 5 out at the same time. I reduced the usual sizes, the usual contract size, to mitigate the risk what we're facing. So yeah, five contracts. I traded over here with 5 contracts. So 5 in, 5 out. And the exit was at 43. As we broke below, exited there. I tried this one more time. And the time was to 12:50, and this right away, as it broke below same level. Oh, sorry, let me take this one off. As we broke below the same level, I entered, and the moment I entered, it turned around. It never broke our high, so it kept me in the trade. So I stayed in, waited for the downturn, and as it came down, broke our level, exited in the wick. And the moment I exited, it shot right back up. So I had a feeling of the very, very difficult trade what's ahead of us. So in and out very, very quickly. As soon as we hit the profits, we out. Sorry. And these over here, both of these trades, even it doesn't seem so much on the chart, but it's about 30 cents. Both of them is about 25-30 cents drop, and that was equal to about, let me see, just give me 1 second. That would be equal about 15% profit here. And about 15% and 15% profit on both. All right, next, my next entry was to the long to break VWAP. As we consolidated, we broke above our initial consolidation. We didn't broke VWAP, but we stayed on the upper side of our range, right? So we could expect an upward momentum. So exactly that's what happened. As we came up, I entered right at the VWAP, and right at the VWAP, same thing, 5 contracts, 116.09, 115, 116, and the entry 118.28. So 118, right on the big candle, 1 in, 1 out. And as we were going up, we had another huge drop, and basically my next entry was going to the short side as we broke the initial drop candle and exited right on the next candle wick. And that one give us, and that one is this one, 29.35, 30.07. Yep, 29.30. So this give us 48.62. That's 14. It's about 30%. About 30% on this little drop, which is perfect. Perfect. All the trades, picture perfect. Quick in, quick out. This was really about the beautiful scalping. And basically the next trade is 142 out 45. 142 out of 45. Same thing, as we broke our initial low, entry, as we broke our initial level, exit. Very, very quick. That one is 54, 69, 14. That's another 30%. Beautiful trades. Two 30% trades back to back, right? With 5 contracts each. That's a nice size profit. Excellent. And I had one more trade to the long side, and this 223.46 to 23. Again, another broke. The market just closed. Let's see where we finished. Wow, 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 wow. Very nice, very nice. Almost 420. That's another level. The 420 is another level. We can check that out, how we have to look that. So the next exit, so entered as the VWAP broke and exited at 36. Yeah, we really struggled this area, and to tell you the truth, because I started to see wicks on top, wicks on bottom, and I just didn't want to get caught in another one like this. Oh, I'm sorry, another big drops here. I didn't want to happen here because we already made a new pivot high, so we could somewhat expect a drop. It happened, just a little one, but right, it's better to be cautious. We already broke our trend line, so we were above it. We broke the VWAP, so that was a nice profit taking. And this one in 80 out 101, 21 cents. That's about another 25%, right? Entered 80, which give us, yeah, another 25%. Beautiful trades, picture perfect trades. So let's just see if I would held, right? Would've, could've, should've, which obviously would never happen, because I would just exit, you know, so many times before we reach this high. But just out of curiosity, this entry I had for the 416 contract. So let's see the 416 contract. Look at this. This is very nice, you know, to play with the numbers a little bit. This VWAP is, we don't need this here because on the options chart, we don't need the VWAP. So we entered to our trade. Let me just pull these screens up. 223. So this is the 416 option contract chart. My last trade at 223, I entered at 80 cents. Let's put the 80 cents here. So this was my initial entry at 80 cents, and by end of the day it was running up almost to 380. So it's 3 extra full size. So basically what that means is your contract costs you 80 cents, actually $80 here, right? Because it's 100. So $80, 368, right? So easily you triple your money, your own plus 3 times more. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But again, you know, in my point of view, if you do something like this and you happen to have hit a trade like this, as nice it sounds to reach these numbers, but this is not a good trade, right? Because why you don't take profit, right? Is once you reach your profit target, you gotta take your profit. You cannot just hope it will go up, right? Because if you did that right here, if you entered into the trade right here at 125, right? 125 to hope it's gonna go higher, what you're just hoping right here, the contract what you entered at 125, but it's cost you $125 per contract, by the time it get done here, it worth only $40. So you lost a lot of money out of your entry. So it's exactly the same thing. When it drops, you sell, right? You not just hope and hold and hope, right? It's gonna go back up. No, you cut your losses, and then as it curling back up, you enter. But as it goes, you take your profit. Maybe you leave one runner, but even the one runner, most likely you would exit in this area, right? Because you already double your money. And even most likely you exiting here. But again, that's just nice to see how things, play with the numbers. Again, we gotta see how tomorrow is gonna work out. We have another 420 level up there. So just learn, study the charts, understand your levels, and every day what you spend, even just you looking at the chart, the real charts, it will help you to become a better trader.